Hello?
Hello, can you
There
hear
he
me?
There we go.
is. Okay,
Perfect.
so Jerkoff probably did have
Yeah,
his
so
mic
Jerkoff
on.
can call back.
Sorry, Jerkoff.
All right, can I have the mouse
Yeah.
back?
Awesome.
But now it's Motboy.
Perfect.
It's me.
Welcome, bloke.
What's your question, Mott Boy?
Let me think. How about this? Are there any TV shows that you watched that you think you thought before you watched them that you wouldn't like them, and then after you watched it, you were like, oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Surprise
Lost.
TV shows.
Well, in all honesty, I remember hearing about The Sopranos a lot and thinking, I think a lot of people went through The Sopranos being like, oh, what, another mafia show? Like, meh. And it was fucking incredible,
Yeah.
but I didn't think I would hate it necessarily.
I got one. Bridezillas.
Really?
I fucking love Bridezillas.
No kidding.
And I didn't think I would. But there's just something about watching a heinous bitch get married that is endlessly fascinating.
On that topic, I'm kind of addicted to Real Housewives of Atlanta
Okay.
because just seeing, like crazy ratchet hoes flying off the handle and beating each other.
Oh,
It's
and
fucking entertaining.
legitimately, like last year, put on Dog the Bounty Hunter on a streaming service. Like I've never watched Dog the Bounty Hunter, and I got sucked in. You guys know I was addicted to Dog the Bounty Hunter.
There's some bad television out there that I unfortunately get kind of sucked into sometimes. My girlfriend's in the room watching that. And then I'm like, I find myself looking them up online. Like, I want to find out more about these housewives, these real housewives. How real are they?
All the like popular stuff that's like really going crazy on Netflix, it never does anything for me.
Yeah.
Like Black Mirror, I didn't really get into.
Yeah.
Stranger Things
Yeah.
didn't really do anything for me. Trash TV, for whatever reason, I kind of shy away from TV that you need a commitment to,
It's good
like,
for on in the background.
yeah, I like TV where I could never watch another episode of this show ever again and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I get 20 minutes of entertainment and I'm done, as opposed to like a serialized show where there's 13 or 26 episodes and you need to watch the whole thing to get the whole story.
Mhm.
I'm kind of like, I don't have the time commitment for that.
I like to go through with TV shows. I like to alternate where I want to check something out. Okay, here's something I keep hearing about. Regardless of my thoughts, I'm going to commit to it and watch it. I'm going to check it out. I like to alternate between that and then like rewatching a classic thing that I love. You know what I mean? So like recently I rewatched Lost.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, obviously I fucking know I like that, but I hadn't seen it in years, so it was a lot of fun. But now I'm watching because it's coming up. The last season of Game of Thrones is coming up. I watched season 1 a million years ago and I didn't like it. But now I'm like, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to watch it and see what I think and watch up so that if I'm into it, I can watch the last season live, whatever.
Yeah.
I still didn't like the first season. I didn't change my mind. I mean, I liked some character stuff maybe a little bit more, but I'm in season 3 now, and like most of season 2, I still wasn't caring, but like by the end of season 2, I was like, okay, now there's some cool shit happening. You know what I mean? Like there was like some kind of war stuff going on that I was like, well, they would have cut away from this war before. In season 1, they did that multiple times, but I'm liking it a little bit more, and that's where I'm at. And when this is over, I might rewatch something else. I might rewatch Gurren Lagann.
You're in for a treat because Game of Thrones takes a hard nosedive.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
But I like to. I mean, I watched all of Walking Dead too. Like I like to I actually like to subject myself to here's a show I probably wouldn't. It's not in my wheelhouse. But I like to see it all and just see, even if it got bad, I want to see where it went.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's interesting because I find what I like about Game of Thrones, what I really like about Game of Thrones is I feel it's the things that you, Rocco, don't like in movies and TV. Like the really dark turns that kind of just make you feel bad. Obviously it even happens in season 1, like popular characters just get killed out of nowhere in really brutal ways. And it's kind of, that only gets worse and worse as time goes on.
I don't mind that. It just has to have some basis of stuff that I really care about too.
Yeah.
And the problem was that season 1 is, I already don't like fantasy worlds that aren't like J.R.R. Tolkien. for the most part. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
so already it's like, oh god, they're talking about spells and dragons, and I just don't care that much. And then every character was a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And they're dying, so it's like, well, I don't care. But now that it's going on, there's characters I'm starting to care about. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so I don't mind the dark turns in that context. You know what I mean?
Yeah. After a while, though, those kind of go away, and then it gets into like Bohemian Rhapsody mode, where they just kind of start speeding through.
Yeah, that's what you guys seem to talk about.
I
you and
really
Sean.
like that they take their time in that show. Certain seasons would be like, we need to go to this town on the other side of this continent, and it's just them traveling for episodes and episodes and episodes.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like what I actually enjoyed was that like season 2, Jon Snow did like one thing.
Yeah.
Like Jon Snow had to go. They went. Whatever, they went north or wherever, or they went past the wall or whatever, and he had to bring that girl back or whatever, and that's been like multiple episodes. Is like, fuck, she got away. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's I kind of like that burn.
But in later seasons, it's like, we need to go here. Next scene.
Yeah.
Oh, we've arrived.
Yeah.
Shit. Now we need to go here. Next scene. We're here. What are we gonna do now?
Somebody I know
Damn.
said this. I mentioned this before, but I thought this was so funny. I forget who said it, but somebody I know said in the latest Game of Thrones episodes, they send a crow to send a message. In past episodes, they wouldn't hear that message for a season.
Yeah.
And now, send a crow with this message, and the next scene, someone gets it. Oh, shit, we got to do this. And they were like, if crow networks are that fast, why did we ever invent internet?
Yeah, it's like sending a text message.
They were like, it's as fast as anything electronic we have now. So that eliminated that. Like, I
Poor
don't know.
writing.
That was cracking me up. But
Well,
anyway, but
didn't
I haven't
they-
seen,
Didn't they
we'll
run
see.
out of the author's source material?
Yeah.
So is that why it takes
I'm sure
his
that's
time?
why. They were held to
Hey,
nothing.
they
you know?
left his source material.
Yeah, they
veered off of it.
they told him like hurry up and write these, and he was like, no, they'll be written when they're written.
Not only that,
And
there's
they just left him.
they go a totally different path.
Wow. Okay.
With certain characters that are alive in the books but are dead on the show, and they're like, yeah, we know what you wrote, but we're gonna do our own thing.
Like True Blood.
And then the last season,
yeah.
last season, did they split it instead of having a season of 10 episodes? They're doing 2 seasons, and it's like
Fucking
7
hate
episodes
that.
each. So that's why stuff got like squished even
Hate
more.
that. That's the new thing in TV where they have a mid-season break. I
Well,
don't
this
know.
was like a 2-year between.
Yeah, I don't.
But
I mean,
to be
whatever.
fair, they said these last 6 are like the reason they did it. Like they've taken this much time is they say that these last 6 are like you're a movie every week. Like it's not. They're beyond the scope
Yeah,
of regular.
but-
episodes.
All right.
But we'll see.
a
We'll
bad
see.
movie every week.
Sounds
Movie of
promising.
the week every week.
That's yeah.
Did anyone watch that Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
No, is it good?
Oh yeah, I did.
That was
Don't even.
our caller's onto it.
Yeah.
Did you like it, Motboy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like I kind of liked 30 Rock, and it was Tina Fey's show kind of from the start, and
Yeah.
that show kind of just falls apart towards the end. Like, don't even bother.
Well, I liked the first 2 seasons. I didn't see now.
Yeah,
you know,
same.
when shit gets into its like 3rd season, I'm kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
The premise was kind of wore out.
It wrapped
after the
up
first
recently.
one. But that was a show I didn't think
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
like, but I actually did enjoy.
Yeah.
The writing was funny.
Yeah, similarly, there's not a lot of comedy shows I'm into, but every clip I saw of Broad City was insufferable. And then I watched the show and I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? This actually like there aren't other it had its own voice. You know what I mean? Like it was actually like I couldn't really easily compare it to a lot of other shows. I was like, this is actually like pretty good. I don't know if the latest ones. I didn't see the latest couple seasons, I guess, but the first 3, I was actually like, it was a pretty funny show.
I
actually
wish
liked it.
shows would wrap it up in 2 fucking seasons like they used to. Like,
Yeah, well,
I
you know,
really am over
especially
this 6 and 8 season thing that always falls apart.
Well, Broad City's ending now. It's like season 5 and it's ending.
Okay.
But with comedies in general, I think the UK has it right where they
Yeah.
do like 2 seasons of 6 episodes and they're done.
And then
That's
sometimes
the
a
way.
special, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to go. But anyway,
Thanks,
Yeah.
my boy.
Good call, Motboy.
Thank you.
Got us
Thank you,
talking about
Motboy.
old TV.